from our list. So far, we have been seeing an inline type that we've been declaring, ranging from when we declared for the array. We used a one-liner like this to declare for the array. When we also declared for like the object, we also used a one-liner, like this, declaring it just the way you are saying it. But sometimes it might really get complex, and you want to specify a more detailed type different from what you already have. Now that is where the type keyword really comes into play. So let's look at the type keyword and interface keyword. Now, this most times can be used interchangeably, but they differ in their different ways. So let's get to it. So I imagine you want to specify or declare a kind of object where every part of the object is really different from the other. So let's say something like we want to declare a test object where there is a name, there is an age, there is a condition, there is whether this person is married or not, stuff like that. So let's see how to declare. So the first thing you need to do is use a type. So this is showing that what you're about to do is not just a variable but a type. All right, then you want to specify that this is a person type. So you can name this anything that you choose to. Just make sure you remember it. Then it's going to be equal to curly brace, like it's an object, and then when you open it like so, you want to declare everything that is necessary inside of it. So for example, you want to declare the name and specify that this is a string. You want to declare the age, and you specify that the age should be a number, like that. You want to specify is married or is single, whatever way, and specify that this one should be a boolean. All right, something like this. So you could specify as many types as possible. You could also specify things like skills and make this maybe a boolean. Sorry, you could actually make this an object, something like that. All right, maybe you want to declare the skill, so this could be an array, something like this, where it could be an array of number. So you could just do an array of number, something like this. All right, then you could specify something else, like if the person is married, spouse. So spouse, want to find out detail of the person's spouse. So for this you could use something like an object. So you could specify, say, record, and here you want it to be string comma string, so that is a key and value of string, something like this. So this is a more complex type that wouldn't look cool if we put it in here. So if you want to put this in here, not like it's not possible, but it doesn't look cool, so I'll have to override this and paste this. You see, so it's going to work, but it's not going to look cool. But we always want to look cool. So instead of this, what we need to do is to declare the person type like this, and then we now want to work with what we have here. All right, so here we'll now overwrite and say Sam. So as soon as you satisfy every condition, it's going to show that it is cool. So 30 is married, you can say true. How about skills? So we specified number. Technical skills should be text, a string, but let's just, for the purpose of this tutorial, just specify number. If you try to add a string, is going to give you an error. You see, as soon as we try to add a string, there's an error already, except we decide to say, okay, this can be either a number or a string, something like that, but let's keep it that way. Then for here, we want to declare something, so something like maybe the person's name, something like that, and you could say something like Amma, and what else can we could add address, something like that, address, and specify, you can say Nigeria, Nigeria, something like this. This is poorly spelled, so let's get rid of this. So something like this. So when you do this, you see it now makes sense, and it's cleaner if we declare it in this way. We can also declare very complex type instead of making our code look messed up. Now this differs a little bit from interface, but they will work exactly the same thing at this point. So this is interface, So if it's an interface, you would not be needing the equal to. You see where they differ a bit. So for the type, we needed to have an equal to here, but for the interface, you needed not to have an equal to. There's a lot you can learn inside of documentation, so I advise you check it out properly. Something else one can do, you could extend the interface. So for example, if you want to declare another interface and you want to build it on top of this, you could say some type extends something like this, the person type. So what's going to happen here is that everything declared already in person type would be immediately added to the sum type. Then you can choose to now declare some other thing. So something like can drive, and you can specify if it's true or false, something like this. Sorry, let's use a boolean. We could add something like is tall, and specify that, hey, this is also a boolean, something like this, just something like this. So with this, you can really manipulate and see where it takes you to. Make sure you play around and see how far you can go.